And then he pretty much disrespected Tracy McGrady the other day. So the other day, they were talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers, how they're undefeated, which is crazy. Shout outs to the Cleveland Cavaliers to be undefeated. He brought up the 2007-2008 Houston Rockets, where they had a 22-game winning streak. I remember that. He's not a fan of winning streaks in the NBA because, just because you have a winning streak doesn't mean that team is going to go far and win a championship. And so he didn't take that 2008 Houston Rockets team seriously. He brought that up. And then Jason McIntyre, he asked him, hey, how good was T-Mac back in the day? And so Colin apparently says that he was okay. And then Colin asked Jason if he was a fan of T-Mac, and he said, yeah, because of his shooting and, his dunking and all that. But Colin says he wasn't a fan. He said he was just okay. And I'm like, okay, dude, T-Mac was a superstar in his prime. How can you just say he was okay? You act as if he was a role player. So then he brought up a story how he one time met Tracy McGrady in the cafeteria. Tracy asked him, you don't like me, do you? And Jason thought that was so funny. He laughed his ass off because Colin telling the story, hearing that T-Mac asking Colin that he doesn't like him. And so Colin said, no, I like you. I like you. You seem like a nice guy, but you didn't win enough. And so apparently this was after T-Mac retired, so this was post-basketball. And so basically Colin is all about liking winners. But if you're a player, regardless of your talent, and you're not winning enough, he'll just say that you're okay. I'm like, really? And like Jason McIntyre said, I can't stand his ass, but I agree with him when he said, dude, everybody can't win. Right, yeah, it's true. Everybody can't win, okay? Everybody's not going to be successful when it comes to having playoff success. Everybody's not going to win a championship. It is what it is, but that doesn't make them losers. I wonder how Tracy McGrady felt when Colin said that to his face. I bet low-key he felt disrespected. I bet he's heard about that. You don't do T-Mac like that. And so he says this is like with Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees when it comes to the NFL. He says he would take Drew Brees over Aaron Rodgers all the time. And Jason was like, wait, what? Why? Like, you do know that Aaron Rodgers has 3 MVPs and all that, and I don't think Drew Brees has ever won a regular season MVP in the NFL. And I'm sure a lot of people will say that Aaron Rodgers is more talented than Drew Brees. Hell, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will rank Aaron Rodgers all the time when it comes to quarterbacks over Drew Brees. I'm just saying. He just says that he thinks that Drew Brees is just a better leader, and he saw more consistency in Drew Brees. Drew Brees turned around the Saints as soon as he got there, where they went from a mediocre team to a team making the playoffs, and how Drew Brees was still getting the Saints to the playoffs even before he retired, while you're not seeing with Aaron Rodgers now with the Jets. The Jets are not looking good, and it looked like they're not going to make the playoffs again with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I get that. Now, if you were to say who would you rather have or build your team around, I can see most people saying Drew Brees because his leadership and, all that. Oh, and then I remember Jason McIntyre, he asked Colin, okay, so I'm guessing you're probably not a fan of Dan Marino because he didn't win enough. And so Colin said, well, I don't have him like in my top 5 quarterbacks of all time. And Jason was like, wow, really? We're talking about Dan Marino, all the records he broke and stuff. I'm like, who wouldn't put Dan Marino as a top 5 quarterback of all time? Okay, yeah, he didn't win a Super Bowl. It's not his fault. It is what it is. You can't deny the talent and the records he broke. I'm sorry, you had to be crazy not to put Dan Marino in the top 5 or not in the top 10 quarterbacks of all time because he didn't win enough. He didn't win a Super Bowl. And I'm sick of this ring culture crap where you got to have rings to be in discussion or be in the same table as others who have won. This is all the people in the media and the people on TV's fault. Don't listen to those people, okay? Think for your own. They're the ones that's ruining that and bringing up the ring culture crap. Don't buy into that crap. Anyways, that's it. See ya.
They did not get that play correct out of the timeout, and Popovich obviously upset with Manu.
Here's McGrady for 3. 35 seconds to go. Continues to hit at the line. And the Spurs now lead by 7. Rockets looking for a quick shot. Bowen is all over McGrady. Foul is picked up. Hits a potential 4-point play. Tracy McGrady from downtown. And Tim Duncan could not get out of the way. Barrett can't find anybody. They have no timeouts remaining. Finally gets it in to McGrady. McGrady over Bowen for 3. Yes! Yes! Tracy McGrady. He has 11. Yao Ming on the inbounds. Trying to make things difficult for Brent Barry. Gets it in. Jalen Brown lost it. McGrady